Sometimes the silliest things, they hide the biggest feelings. And today, we're diving into a story that proves just that. It all starts with, believe it or not, a piece of fruit on a boy's head. But it ends up telling us so much about friendship, about loss, and about finding a new hello.
So, can a piece of fruit really fix a broken heart? I mean, it sounds a little crazy, right? But stick with me, because that's exactly what we're going to explore. We're going to see how something totally absurd can actually, it can open the door to something incredibly meaningful.
All right, first up, the watermelon helmet. Let's meet the kid behind what is, I have to say, probably the most unique fashion choice you're going to see all day.
Okay, so this is Babloo. And you know that one kid in every school? The one who's famous, not really for his grades, but for doing these totally random, hilarious things? That's Babloo. His whole mission in life is just to make people laugh.
So, picture this. It's a super hot day, and Babloo gets this, what he thinks is an absolutely genius idea. The process? Oh, it's simple enough. Step 1, cut a watermelon in half. Step 2, you gotta eat all the good stuff inside, of course. And step 3, you wear the shell as a helmet. Pure comedy.
And the best part? His confidence is just off the charts. His teacher walks up and she's like, "Babloo, what in the world is on your head?" And he just looks at her, dead serious, and says, "It's my cooling helmet, miss, approved by science." I mean, you've got to admire that level of commitment, right?
And of course, the whole room just explodes. The class is roaring with laughter, and even the teacher can't help but crack a smile. For Babloo, this is it. Mission accomplished. He absolutely lives for these moments, bringing a little joy, even if he's the one everyone's laughing at.
But this is where the story really begins. Because the watermelon helmet, the laughter, all that stuff, it's just the surface. What's really going on with Babloo is something much, much deeper.
Yeah, so, the empty seat. What's really happening behind all that laughter? This is the real heart of the story.
We all think we know what loneliness is, but it's not just about being by yourself, right? It's that deep, aching feeling of being disconnected. And that's exactly what Babloo's feeling. Even with all that laughter around him, in a classroom full of people, he is totally and completely alone. And here's why. It turns out that whole class clown thing, it's a mask. He's covering up a pretty big heartbreak. See, his best friend, Ayan, was just gone. He moved to another city, and it happened so fast. There was no goodbye, not even a last hug. Just an empty seat where his best friend used to sit.
And this is what he lost. Ayan used to say, "Babloo, your silly ideas make life bright." He wasn't just a friend. He was Babloo's #1 fan. He got it. He understood that the silliness wasn't just silly. It was Babloo's special way of lighting up the world. So later at lunch, the show is over, and Babloo's just sitting there, all by himself, staring at that empty seat. And you can almost hear him thinking, you would have laughed the loudest. He just knows Ayan would have loved the watermelon helmet more than anyone. And in that quiet moment, he's just a kid, missing the one person who really truly got him.
But just when it feels like things are at their absolute lowest, the story shifts. That moment of sadness, it's about to open a door to a brand new possibility.
And then, all of a sudden, a voice cuts through the quiet. I would have laughed too. It's not the voice he was expecting, not the one he was missing, but it's a voice, and it means someone else was watching, someone else understood.
And you can really see the change right here. In the past, he sat with Ayan, they shared all that laughter, he was supported. But in the present, he's sitting alone. Until this new boy, Ryan, comes along. He's been watching, and he sees a chance to build something new, a potential for new laughter.
And it all comes down to this one simple, but honestly, really powerful question. Rand says, "I like your ideas. Can I sit with you?" He's not just feeling sorry for him. He's saying, "I see you. I get you." He's offering a real connection. It's like watching a bridge being built right in that moment. And just like that, everything changes. Babloo wipes a tear from his eye, and for the first time all day, a real smile breaks through, not the performer's one. And he just nods. In that tiny little moment, that empty seat isn't so empty anymore. A brand new friendship is starting.
So, okay, a story about a boy and a watermelon helmet. What's the big takeaway? What's the real treasure we're supposed to find here?
Well, I think there are a few really powerful things we learn from Babloo's story. First off, it's totally okay to be silly and different. In fact, that's often your superpower. Second, yeah, friends might go, and that hurts. A lot. But new friendships can bring a whole new kind of light into your life. And maybe the biggest lesson of all, real happiness, real connection, it comes from heart kinds, it comes from people seeing the real you, not from being perfect.
And that really leaves us with one final thought, doesn't it? This entire story, this whole shift from sadness to happiness, it all pivoted on one person just reaching out with a simple hello. So it makes you wonder, right? Who in your life, today, deserves that simple hello? You never know what kind of new friendship you might start.